How do you save so much money on some of the renovation projects? I saw on John's Pass,
Doing it yourself.
your recent video.
Being involved.
Well, your recent video, I think you got like an $80,000 quote to paint the exterior, and you said you got it done for $30,000.
Yeah, because, listen, that contractor's got to make money. He's got overhead. He's got all kinds of costs involved running a business, But, my son goes out and he just hires people that know how to paint, on our payroll, under our employees, and puts in the work painting and buys the paint himself, negotiates a good price on the paint, rents the lift, and does it. I mean, it's always going to be cheaper to do stuff yourself. I mean, we all know that, I mean, that's why these guys are in business, to make money. They got to come out there and, be a company. We go out, we just hire people and supervise them and buy the paint, rent the lifts, and do it ourselves.
What do you think about alternative investments like storage units, parking lots, campers, senior
We make a lot
facilities?
of money on parking. Parking can be a very good revenue if you have the demand. It's all about supply and demand. Everything's supply and demand. If there's a demand for storage rooms, then yes, you'll make money. But if you build them out in the middle of nowhere and you're sitting half empty, there ain't no money in storage. Every deal's different. It's all about, is there a supply? Are you putting a supply in for what the demand is? And then are you making money at it? I mean, if you go in urban areas, storage places do very well because everybody's living in a tiny little place. They got nowhere to store their stuff. But if you go in an urban, suburban area, they don't do that well, and the prices are a lot different.
It's interesting. They're starting to pass or initiate proposals to crack down on storage unit evictions. Have you seen this?
No, only California, maybe.
Well, what the argument is that they need to have stronger protections against evictions with rent increase limits. And then what they want to do is protect the areas where storage units are going up for residential. Because they're saying the storage units are going up in prime real estate locations, that you could be building more units. They don't contribute so much to the economy because they don't hire that many people. You could have one person overseeing all these hundreds of storage units. It's better purposed for residential. I think it's only like 7 days. If you're late, all your stuff could be kicked out. Like, there's certain things that they say needs to be protected.
Well, I haven't heard of that yet, but, definitely possible, especially if you're talking about California or New York. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, basically, if you go and open up a storage place, you're either going to make money or you're not. They can't come in and change you from not be a storage place anymore. As far as people don't pay their storage bill, they got the right to auction them off. And I think it's more than 7 days. I think it's, probably like 30. They got to send certain notices to you.
Yeah.
There's a process, but the point is, if you don't pay it and you ignore it, then they're going to auction your crap off.
What do you think about the 50-year mortgage?
The 50-year mortgage. I mean, I don't know, 50 years is a long time. Who's going to really keep a 50-year mortgage? Even if you buy a house when you're 20 and it paid off when you're 70, who's going to stay with the same house for 50 years?
But who's going to keep the same loan?
The 50-year mortgage would keep the payments down. That's a fact.
Then wouldn't it just raise prices, though, again?
I mean, yeah, it would definitely raise prices because we would spread the payments out and bring the payments down pretty low. But still, at the end of the day, you're going to be paying 50 years worth of interest.
Well, that's assuming they keep the mortgage for 50 years. My understanding is that if they did implement it, you would keep it long enough to be able to refinance into something else. Maybe at a lower interest rate.
Typically, people always refinance during the course of their loans. Nobody keeps a loan 50 years. I mean, the old days, it was the old 20, 25-year thing, yeah. Then they came up with 30. Now they got 50.
Do you think they'll ever do a 99-year mortgage?
Makes no sense. Doesn't that humanly, a person doesn't live that old.
Yeah, but then the bank could eventually take it over. And at that point, you're just renting, mortgage? Basically.
Isn't that what a reverse mortgage is?
They could call it creatively a 99-year mortgage.
The only thing I see in 99 years is leases. I've had 99-year leases.
What does that look like?
What?
A 99-year lease.
It means that you're entitled to have this property for 99 years, provided you pay in accordance with the terms of the lease. Like, you see it more in ground leases. Like in New York City, most of all those buildings are all on land leases. They own the building, but they don't own the land. Some smart guy said, "Oh, you want to build a building here? Fine. I'll let you build a building here, but, you're going to have to pay me X amount of dollars per year and lease the land. I'm not going to sell it to you."
Then what happens at year 100? The building just belongs to the person owning the
there's different
land?
clauses in the contract, some leases say that you have to tear that building down. Some say you can just walk away and you walk away. I see a lot of hotels on land leases. I turned down one yesterday in Disney. Disney actually holds a land lease to it. They own the land, but they let somebody build a hotel on it. But the land lease is up in like 40 or 50 years, something like that. But that means it becomes a depreciating asset, because as that building or hotel gets closer to the end of that land lease and its time's going to expire, it's going to have no value because you can't have a hotel in no more. Leases, play a big thing with leases. Most McDonald's are on land leases.
Yeah, because McDonald's corporate owns the land. McDonald's, I heard, is one of the largest corporate landlords in the entire world. They own more land because they buy the land and then they lease it to the franchisee that pays them rent. So everywhere they buy, they own it and they get paid rent.
And they make the franchisee build the building. It's all real estate. But you got to find the deal that's going to make you some money.
If you have a cat, you know that keeping them healthy is a non-negotiable. And a big part of that really just comes down to diet. By choosing a quality cat food, you're buying more time with your cat and giving them a happier, healthier life.
That's exactly why we are so excited to partner with Smalls. Smalls is fresh, human-grade cat food that does so much more than just feed your cat. It helps them live a full, healthy life.
Not only is Smalls healthier for your cat, but it also noticeably improves their energy. In fact, 88% of cat parents say that after feeding Smalls, their cat is softer and shinier and has more energy to play.
Smalls recipes are over 80% protein, which helps your cat build the muscle they need, and they never use fillers or artificial ingredients.
Personally, I found that finding the right cat food is really difficult because in my case, I have one cat that will literally eat anything. Like, you leave any morsel of food on the table, it just will eat it. The other cat's extremely picky, but with Smalls, they both enjoy it. It's the perfect fix.
If you're ready to find your forever cat food, Smalls is perfect for you, and for a limited time, because you're a Nice Coffee Hour listener, you get 60% off your first order plus free shipping and free treats for life when you head to smalls.com/iced. That's 60% off your first order plus free shipping and free treats for life when you head to smalls.com/iced.
Thank you again to Smalls for sponsoring this podcast.